All righty. What's up, everybody? We're about to start in 2 minutes. All right. Hope you guys ready for a great show tonight. What's up, everybody? We're about to start in 2. All right. All right. All right. I think we are good to go. All righty. All right. It is 7 o'clock on the dot. We are live, y'all. We are live. We are live. The session has started. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Couple Clock Podcast live Zoom show. If you're watching this for the very first time, my name is Will. I'm the host of this show. I hope you guys are ready, excited for another show for every single Wednesday. I always do it every single Wednesday at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, California time. So first and foremost, I want to say everybody that's watching, thank you so much for tuning in. I just show so much love to all my supporters out there. People subscribe, always show me positive feedback. So all my supporters out there, thank you so much. Much love to you guys. Thank you for all the inspiration and positive feedback and support you guys show me every single day. And yeah, if you're watching this for the very first time, hope you guys are, thank you for watching, for tuning in for the very first time. Hopefully I can add value to your life and you guys can enjoy my content. And to all my haters out there, hey, at the end of the day, whether you're a hater, whether you love my content, whether you hate my content, if you're watching my content, hey, that's all I could ask. And hey, if you're watching this for the very first time and you watch this and you love it and you later on appreciate it, please show some love and support. Please like and subscribe to my channel. My goal by the end of this year, 2021, is to reach 2,000 subscribers. So everybody that's watching this, for all my supporters out there, if you haven't subscribed already, please show some love and support. Subscribe to my channel. And if you watch this for the very first time and you enjoy it, please show some love and support. Like and subscribe to my channel. And of course, the haters, just keep watching, keep watching. Thank you for the views. Thank you for watching my content. But like I said, I know I can't do this journey without you guys out there that always support me, that always show me love. So help me on my journey, y'all. My goal is to get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of this year. My goal is to get my own podcast studio. So for everybody out there that show love and support, much love to all you guys. Much love. But nevertheless, you guys already know the topic at hand. The topic for today's discussion is why modern women today why modern women don't attract commitment from men. So you guys already know, if you're watching this, you guys already know this show. It's a live public Zoom show. Not only I do the show live, but also allow everybody that has an opinion and want to join the convo, they can jump on this call and I can invite them to the Zoom call and we can have a very we can have a conversation. Whether you agree, disagree about these topics, that's what makes about that. I believe that's what makes great content. Also, that's what makes that also helps people grow and improve, is be able to have conversations with other people, especially people who have seen a different opinion. So I'm not. I know a lot of you guys watch my content. You guys know I have my views. I have my perspective on certain things. But I'm not afraid to to have a conversation with other people, especially if they don't see eye to eye with me or they have a different view, and we can have open discourse. And we can also it's okay if we agree to disagree. All right, but of course, real quick, if you do want to jump on this Zoom call, if you don't know what the link is, definitely check out my Instagram. If you're watching this for the first time, check out my Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. But just search my name, william-nacouzi, and you'll be able to find the Zoom link. And then you'll be able to jump on the Zoom call. If you're watching this for the first time and you want to jump on the convo, just go to my other social media pages and you'll be able to find the link and you guys be able to jump on the convo. So just to make sure before we start the show, don't forget, if you do jump on the show real quick, just understand my rules. It's real simple. Just be respectful. Like I said, if you respect me, I respect you. Please don't bring any kind of profanity. Don't come on here and speaking profanity. It definitely hurts the my YouTube channel, especially being able to monetize my content. Also, like I said, don't come on here. Please just don't come on here with personal agendas, feeling personal towards me, any kind of aggression. If you try to come on here, not the purpose of having a discussion, but the purpose of trying to come at me because you feel some type of way about my content, I'm not going to tolerate that. Also, like I said, the topic at hand, make sure we stick to the topic at hand. Why modern women don't attract commitment from men. Let's stick to the topic. If you kind of go off from the topic, I'll just keep it moving. And of course, like I said, real quick, make sure you have your video on. Make sure, just like I said, just come on, have your full name on the screen, and just be ready to have a conversation. But yeah, that's pretty much, it's real simple. Just treat people the way you want to be treated, and you treat me the way you treat yourself, then you're gonna get my respect, and we're gonna have a good conversation, even if we disagree. But so I just want to put out there our rules of how I run my platform because it is my platform. But like I said, I have my show I'm going to run today. You guys are all welcome to jump on my show. That's why I find I love about what I do is not only able to share you guys the topic of discussion today, but I always find it fun when I be able to conversate with different people that have different perspectives. Because you always learn something from somebody. That's one thing I've learned in life is you always take something from every single person you meet, whether it's a positive or negative. But nevertheless, that's pretty much it, y'all. We'll get ready. We'll go right into it. Let's get ready for this show real quick. So you guys already know the topic at hand. The topic at hand for tonight's show is why modern women don't attract commitment from men. So if you guys watch my content, you guys already know there was a clip I played. There was a clip I used I posted it yesterday about this girl I saw. She was trending on social media. So the reason why I got the topic, the reason why I focused on this topic for today's show was I saw this video trending on social media. It was this girl, this Hispanic girl, and she was venting and complaining openly on her TikTok profile why a lot of men are not giving her commitment. Right? She's very attractive, very young girl, very attractive girl. She has a nice body, which is something I see a lot in today's modern day dating culture. But I do realize for a lot of women, the reason why I wanted to bring up this topic, because I realize there's a lot of women out there that don't know what men are looking for and have no idea why men are not committed to them. So of course, everybody's trying to find love, everybody's trying their perfect person, everybody's trying to find a relationship. But I know, because you guys already know, I have a dating podcast I do every single Saturday. And one of the things I've noticed that I'm aware of, especially talking to a lot of women, especially in today's modern day dating, a lot of women don't know what men want. And a lot of women have no awareness to realize within themselves that the very things that they are behaving, the very things, their traits, their qualities that they are portraying out there in the sexual marketplace, in the dating world, is not attractive to men. So a lot of women are confused. So that's why I wanted to bring up this topic, because I do hear of a lot of women that are complaining why men are not committed to them. And because they don't know the information, because they're not taking accountability for themselves to self-reflect, so they can see within themselves or within mistakes. And also because people in their circle are not telling them the truth. I'm not telling them the honest truth and keeping it real with these ladies. That's why a lot of women today are single. That's why a lot of women today find it really, really hard to attract men, but not only attract men, but attract the good men, right? So that's the whole purpose at the end of the day, is you want to attract a good man in your life, because I do believe at the end of the day, do we all deserve love? Yes. But in order to deserve something, that means you have to work for it. I don't believe that anybody deserves anything if you're not willing to put in the work. And that's a misconception of a lot of women out there. That's one of the delusions a lot of women have, modern women have in 2021, is they believe that they can get the high quality man or high value man or a good man without any kind of accountability, without any kind of improvement in themselves. But men know this already. If you're a guy, you guys already know if you want women, you have to be able to create value. That's why I always say for men to be attractive, we have to create value. For women to be attractive, they have to preserve their value, right? Because the things that we look for between men and women is totally different, right? It's called sexual dimorphism, right? We have biological differences of the things that we look for, especially when it comes to the intersexual dynamics of relationships, right? Men and women do not look for the same things in each other. And a lot of women don't understand this information, right? So for men, we already know that as men that we have to self-improve. Because women always want the best quality man they can get. So we have to be able to compete with other men. So we have to constantly work on themselves because we all know, women don't want a bum. Women don't want an average guy. Women don't want a guy that doesn't have a plan for his life. That's not going anywhere with this life. They want a man they want a leader. They want a leader. They want a guy that can take care of themselves financially, give them that stability, give them that peace, that can protect and provide for them. And men know this already. It's things that we know innately or based on our observation growing up, or it's taught to us. Men know that in order for us to attract women, we have to become the best man we can be. If you don't become the best man you can be and just be a bum and be average, likelihood as a man, your likelihood as a man to attract women is very slim. So, and that's why a lot of women don't understand that. That's why I don't have sympathy for a lot of these women, because as men, we know that we have to create our value. So that's just my thoughts on it. So I have 3 videos I'm gonna play on my show tonight. That has a reflection of what's really going out there, a representation of the modern day dating world today. And I'm gonna do my reaction. I'm gonna give you guys my responses onto these videos. And and don't forget, you guys are more than likely to drop a comment below. Also, don't forget, if you have a comment, drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts about everything I want to talk about today. And also drop a super chat. So if you love my content, you love what I do, you want to support me, support my dream of getting my own podcast studio one day, show some love and support, super chat. Definitely make sure you write a comment if you want to do a super chat, and I'll be able to read your comment and give you a shout out throughout the show. So everybody, all donations that you guys give us for tonight's show, every single donation I'm gonna reinvest it back into my business, and I go back to my YouTube channel because I do want to get my ultimate goal is to go to podcast studio. Get a podcast studio. So that's my ultimate goal, is to get a studio so that I don't have to do it in this in this room right now. In this very room makes me claustrophobic sometimes. But I do want to get a podcast studio one day for you guys. But yeah, that's the ultimate dream. You gotta start somewhere, you gotta start small and work your way up. So all donations, show some love and support, please. If you want to, if you love the content, you want to support me, like I said, please show some love and support and drop a super chat. I'll take anything, and I'll definitely make sure to read your comment and read your question, and I'll be able to answer it live. And that's something I can do to repay you back for investing into me. I'll invest my time to you to answer your questions or answer your comments or whatever you ask on the super chat. All right, but let's get right into it. I hope you guys are ready for a great show. We're gonna start with the first video, the video of how I fell into this topic. It was I'm gonna play the video of the crazy Latina chick. This crazy chick I saw on social media. So she was complaining about why men are not why she can't attract commitment from men. And I'm gonna play the video. I'm gonna react to it. I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts. And also, the whole purpose of this video, all my guys out there that's watching this right now, the whole purpose of the video is to break down to women so they can know what men are looking for commitment. And also, I want to break down also for a lot of men out there, also notice red flags from from women, so that way you can avoid certain women based on these red flags that are not, they're out of their behaviors, the traits, or the qualities that modern women show today. That you can see in public, they can see based on your own observation, that you can see that's not beneficial for a long-term relationship. And as a man, you need to know these red flags to avoid these types of women, because being with the wrong person can just really destroy your life and disrupt your purpose that God has for you or you have for yourself. I always say it, and everybody out there that follow me, I always say for every single man, you should always put your purpose first before a relationship. Because if you succeed in your purpose, then you will always attract the right woman, and your woman's gonna be satisfied because she's with the best. She's with a man that is a great leader. That she's with a man that she can trust. That she's with a man that has a plan, has a goal, and is taking her somewhere. Because I always tell people on my podcast that women always want a guy that she feels safe, she feels secure, and the best way to do that is fulfilling your purpose as a man, becoming the best version of yourself. And if you do that, then naturally you attract the right woman, right relationship, and everything will fall into place. All right. So I'm gonna pull up this video. I'm gonna react to it. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this video. Drop a comment below. Let me just check real quick to see. Let me just check, make sure I don't have any comments. If I have to read any comments. All right, cool. All right. All right, let's just make sure. All right, let's. I'm gonna play the first video. Let me know what your thoughts are, y'all. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are, and let's do this. All right, so the first video I'm gonna play. Share screen. Advanced portion of screen. All right. So the first video I'm gonna play.
My question is, why?
So this will be the first video I'm gonna play for you guys. Hope you guys can hear the sound. All right. So this is the first video this is the video that I saw trending on social media, and this is the reason why I picked the topic for today's show of why modern women don't attract commitment from men. So I'm gonna play this video, and I'm also gonna react to it. I'm gonna go over all the red flags I see from this video alone, based on this girl. And also just to know, the one thing also, people that if you follow me, you also know that I'm gonna do this very objectively. That's the one thing I always try to keep, especially when it comes to my podcast. You guys already know the saying, facts over feelings. I always want to keep it objective with this girl, so I'm going to be as objective as possible. Because one thing I always notice, especially with a lot of women that don't agree with me, a lot of women that don't like my content, especially with all the podcasts I've done, is a lot of women always in their feelings. They always want to use ad hominems. They always want to use ad hominems instead of they always want to attack me instead of attacking the conversation. So this girl, I'm pretty sure she's I don't know her person, but I know she's a good girl. But everything I'm going to speak on today is going to be based on objectivity, and I'm just going to discuss what I see based on what she presents on this video, and I'm going to talk about all the red flags that I personally believe, and also, in my opinion, believe it's not conducive for a long-term relationship for a man, and also things that she shows on this video that are not attractive for men to be repulsed by, but not attractive for men to give her the commitment that she needs. All right. So yeah, because there are specific things that men look for, especially for the women that they want to commit to. There's two types of women: women that men want to have sex with, and women that men want to commit to and wife up. So a lot of women don't understand this, or a lot of women don't understand the difference between sexual attraction and commitment attraction, right? So just because, ladies, you're getting sexual attraction from men does not necessarily mean you're getting commitment. He's committed to you, or he wants to wife you. He just wants to have sex with you. I'm gonna keep it real, right? But if you know what men are looking for, as far as the things they look for, the traits they're looking for commitment, if you understand this as women and you take accountability for your life and you work on these things, then you have a higher chance of probability that you can attract a good man. But if you have no idea what to work on as a woman, for the things that men are looking for, not what women are looking for, men are looking for commitment, then you have a high chance of attracting the man that not only any man, a good man, but also the man that you want, right? The men that you want for your life. All right, so let's. All right, so let me see. I got my notes here, so let's do it. Oh wait. All right, give me 1 second. Yo, that's not it. All right, cool. I just want to make sure I have my notes. All right, so let's react to the first video. All right, so this is gonna be the crazy Latina girl complaining. All right, let's go. And I'm gonna do my reaction throughout the video. So I'm gonna play.
My question is, why are these beautiful women single, bro? Why the fuck am I single, bro? Why the fuck am I single? Guys, I've been single.
All right, so the first thing for all the men out there that's watching this right now, the first red flag that I see, and you guys should always be aware of this, especially in today's social media age, the fact that she made a video complaining about her personal and private life, that is a red flag off rip. So for all the men out there, that is a sign. So if you meet a woman, if you any woman that is willing to go on social media and complain about men and complain about her problems and her problems with relationships, and especially her problems with men, that is a sign of a woman that she won't respect your privacy as a man. Because if she's willing to come online and complain about her own personal issues, about her dating life, especially against other men, men in general, then you already know that this is a habit of hers, that she's going to do the same thing with men when she's in a relationship with a man, that she's going to keep it private. That if she has any issues with you guys in your relationships, because you guys all know relationships is up and down. But if she shows this behavior, if you see a woman on social media that are complaining about men, talking trash about men, saying negative things about men, or just talking about men in general, but that's very sensitive, very private in her life, that is an indicator that she might have a probability of talking about your private life in public. So you got to watch out for these types of women. So that's a red flag for me. If I see women talking about very private things about their life, if it was just about her, that's fine. But when she's talking about men in general and talking about the type of men or other men or relationships, that's just a clue. That's an indicator that she might do that with you. That if you go into a relationship with her and things don't go work out, and you guys have your arguments and you guys have your disagreements, she won't respect your privacy, and she's gonna put it out for the whole world to see. And for a man, if a woman doesn't respect your privacy and she's willing to put your business out there, that's not the type of woman that you want. Because there's certain things in life, especially when it comes to relationships with somebody else, there's certain things that don't need to be told to other people, and especially our private interactions in our private relationship. And for a lot of women, I've noticed for a lot of modern women, they do this. Is especially the very toxic modern women. Is what happens is, because like I mentioned you guys before, a lot of modern women, they have a sense of entitlement and they're not used to being held accountable, right? They're not used to being challenged. So for a lot of modern women, when they don't like where their relationship's going, or they don't want to admit they're wrong, they don't want to admit to their mistakes, or they don't want to be held accountable, what they'll do is they'll post your private arguments or things that you're going with your relationship in social media, and put you on blast. And because so for a lot of women, they need that validation because they're holding her accountable and holding her accountable for her actions. And she's not getting that validation because a lot of women today, like I told you guys before, in social media age, women want attention, women want validation. It is what it is. That's what women seek and they want. So for a lot of women who are very entitled, they always need to seek that validation. And if you're not wanting to give it to her because you're trying to hold her accountable for something that she's not doing in a relationship, a lot of women can't take the criticism and can't take being held accountable and can't take responsibility. So they'll post their private business on social media. And by doing that, it makes her look like it also by doing that, it kind of puts you as it makes her as a victim. A lot of people will see her as a victim and they will give her support and give her the validation she wants and the attention she needs to reinforce that with herself, because she's not mature enough to come to you and have a conversation one-on-one, but she's willing to put your business out on social media. So that's red flag number one, fellas. That if you meet girls like this, you see girls, that you meet a girl that you see her social media page and she has a lot of videos just complaining about men in general, especially when we're talking about relationships. I don't care about everything else, but just relationships in general. And all she's posting about is her complaints about men, her previous relationships, why she's single, why she's not attracting the right type of man, whatever. And she's willing to open up her private life to the whole world to see, best believe there's a high probability that she's willing to do it with you. And if she can't keep her mouth shut, and if she can't keep things private between you and her, because like I said, if you that's why those women, that's why for a lot of men is like not only you're dating her, but you're also dating the world, because she can't keep her mouth shut. So now you have to only prove to her, or not prove to her, but you have to work out with her. You also have to work out with the whole entire world that has a misconstrued perception of you because of what she's put out on social media. So now it's just like I said, you're on the hot seat. So now, like I said, you're not only dealing with her, but you're also dealing with the all society, her friends, her families, and your friends and your family. And because she's willing to go on social media and say things about you that should have been done in private, even if you're in the wrong as a man. Like if I make a mistake as a man, that's between me and the partner. It should be, I shouldn't have to work on my mistake not only with you, but also with the whole world. So that's my red flag number one. I would put out there for all those fellas. If you're watching this right now, pay attention to modern women, because it is a digital age. It is a social media age. The social media is part of our culture. It's part of normal day life. It's also part of relationships for a lot of people. But if you meet women who complain about men or complain about their relationships openly and bring up their private life, there's a high probability of fellas that she might do that with you, and she won't keep your private life private. And any woman that's willing to talk about you without your permission, about coming to you first as a man, that's disrespect for me. You know, she's openly, if a woman's speaking about you in public without coming to you first, without talking things with you first, then she's openly disrespecting you as a man, and you cannot tolerate that disrespect. So as a woman, I have respect for my woman, that if there's a problem between me and her, I will come to her directly. And I will not go to my friends. I will not go to other people. I will come to her directly, because the relationship is between me and her, and not the friends, not the family, not society. So pay attention to that, fellas, if you see these types of women. And that's the biggest red flag I saw off rip, with the fact that she's complaining openly about her private life. And like I said, if it's about other things, I couldn't care less. But the fact that she's talking about men, her experience with men in her private life, that's a big red flag, because, like I said, in the relationships, you should always be private between you and that partner. You know, it's not perfect. We go through our ups and downs, but that's between me and you and the other person. You guys should work it out. But you shouldn't feel that extra pressure, the external pressure and judgment, criticism from the whole world, because she can't keep her mouth shut and she doesn't respect you as a man enough to come to you and talk to you directly, so you guys can have mature and adult conversations between two couples. But she wants to be immature, and she wants to go out there to the world. And also, like I said, she wants to put you in a bad light, because she's very toxic. That's a very toxic trait. Because women who do this, women who go on social media and talk about your business and paint you as a terrible man, go to a very toxic woman, because you wouldn't do that for somebody you love. So because she's used to that toxicity, she craves that, right? And she needs that validation. She needs to be right all the time, and she can't take accountability, criticism, or just like I said, to have those tough conversations. And she always wants to seek the easy way out. And just pay attention for that, fellas. There's a lot of women out there that care more about their validation, attention from other people, and her first more than you. So any woman that's willing to put your business out there, about your permission, about talking to you first, that's a red flag. Especially women that you see right here, she's talking about her private life. I see that's a red flag. You want to avoid these types of women. All right, let's keep watching.
I'm gonna be single. Oh my god, I'm gonna be single for 4 fucking years now. In a few months, bitch. I haven't had a boyfriend, like, officially. No, dude.
All right, so that's the second flag, right, fellas? The second red flag, real quick, is she's been single for a long period of time. She's been single for 4 years. All right, she's been single for 4 years. All right, so that is a red flag, right? For fellas, if you meet women who've been single for a long period of time, right? I would say like more than I would say, and I would give people a year, because people go through people just sometimes it's just tough out there. But I would say like anything more than 2 or 3 years, right? 2 3 years or 4 years, that's when you reach the danger zone. But if you meet women that who haven't been in a relationship for a long period of time, especially the reason why I bring that up, because just because women are single does not mean they stop having sex. That's one thing you have to understand as men, because statistically, with women today in the modern day dating, 90% of women are sexually active. So just because she's been single for 4 years doesn't mean she stopped having sex or being with men for 4 years. So you best believe there's a 90% chance that this girl is still having sex with men within that 4 year period. So what that means is, fellas, if when women say that she's been single for long periods of time, that there's a 90% chance that she's ran through in that period. Also, there's a high percent chance that also shows you that all the men in her life are not staying around, and she can't keep these men. So she should be able to attract sex from men, but she can't attract commitment from men. And we all know, fellas, that we only wife up and commit to the high quality woman that we can get. Right. So if these men are not committing to her, and these men are not willing to wife her up, because no man within these 4 years have decided to take the responsibility of making her his longtime girlfriend or his wife and proposing and marrying her. No man has done that. So that shows that there's something wrong with her. For all these men that are still having sex with her, but they're not willing to stick around. There's something that's wrong with her, and then she's causing a lot of these men to leave. So that's a red flag for you guys. Is yeah, always pay attention to that, right? Because at the end of the day, that's one thing I always tell a lot of women is, if you're a good woman, if you're a high quality woman, if you're the type of woman that men want to wife up and men want to commit to, you're gonna be found. You're gonna be found, and men you won't have a hard time for men finding you, right? So the type of woman that men want to wife up, the type of woman men find attractive, and men want to spend a long term commitment relationship with them and want to invest his finances and resources into that woman, those women will always be found, and men will have no problem committing to those types of women. But if as a woman, if you're not attracting commitment from men, a lot of men in your life are leaving. A lot of men in your life are not showing you any interest that they want to take you seriously long term. That's a sign, ladies. That's a sign that the problem doesn't lie with the men. That problem lies with you, right? That's why I mentioned in my video from yesterday the different mating strategies between men and women. Male game. The male game is pursuing the women and getting sex from women. So as a man, if you can't attract women to desire you, if you can't attract sex from women, if you can't attract women to give you reciprocation that they want to choose you, say allow you to come into their life and have a relationship with women, that's your fault as a man. It has nothing to do with the women. So guy game is having sex with women, is pursuing the women, so that way making yourself, allowing the woman to choose you because they're attracted to you, so that way you can come and be part of their life. Girl game is keeping the man after sex. So as a woman, the sex part is the easy part. But if you can't keep a man around after sex, then the problem doesn't lie with the man, that lies with you as a woman. So pay attention, ladies. Like I said, it's not the men's fault if these guys are not staying around. There's a reason why these guys are not staying around, and these guys are not telling you, but there's a problem. So they're just smashing and passing, right? So fellas, pay attention. A lot of ladies out there, when you're out there in the dating culture, that if you meet women who are single for long periods of time, and no man's wifing them up, no man's taking them seriously, that is a red flag. And because you understand, like I said, just because women are single does not mean that they stop having sex. So at the end of the day, for men, you guys already know, we don't want a hoe. We don't want a woman that's been passed around for all types of men, just giving up for free for all these types of men. But pay attention to that, fellas. How long women being single. All right. So all right, so let's keep it playing.
I just think about it and I look at myself and I'm like, bitch, you're fucking pretty, bitch. Like, I'm not trying to sound like, I'm egoistic or whatever, but like, dude, I'm pretty.
All right, so the one of the red flags I just saw, and I would, it's just the language and the vocabulary she's using. Right, I noticed that she uses the word bitch a lot, right, to make her point. So maybe from where she comes from, maybe that's a normal word, or the norm of bitch, maybe something that she grew up with, and that's normal. But I would say for a lot of men out there, pay attention to the vocabulary for a lot of women when they speak, especially for women who cuss a lot, women who always want to use profanity as part of their normal vernacular. So, at the end of the day, you don't want to ratchet, you don't want to ratchet a woman, right? And the reason why language and communication and vocabulary is important, because it shows a woman's intellectual level, mindset, also their maturity, right? If you meet women who always cuss, who always say f f f, bitch, 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 right, always constantly saying it every single time, and that's just part of the normal conversation of how how they communicate with other people. It just shows that their level of maturity. So pay attention, uh, pay attention to women who always cuss a lot, and depending on where she comes from in the socioeconomic neighborhood that she comes from, I mean, we do realize a lot of women that come from very hood, come from the hood. They come from very poor socioeconomic families or neighborhoods. They usually have a very ratchet language or vernacular. So for me, that's something that would be a red flag, right? Because you have to understand, especially if you're a man that's gonna go out there into the world and you're working on your purpose and be on your ambitions and goals and be successful. You have to understand that you have to pay attention to a woman of the way she communicates in her vocabulary. Because if you're a successful man, your woman is going to be an extension of you, and she's going to be able to represent you. So when you're a successful man, you're going to go out there and meet people. You're going to go out there to events, social events, company events, seminars, all these things of networking. Because as a successful man, you're going to network. So you're going to bring your wife, and your wife is going to talk to other people, network with other people, communicate with other people, build relationships with other people, and those relationships may lead to opportunities for you. So you want to be able to be with a woman that has a great vocabulary. She can communicate, she can articulate herself, and she can be she's very open and friendly to everybody. But if you're with a woman that's very ratchet, if you're with a woman that swears all the time, and you're working towards being a very successful man, and that's the woman you want to go out there and represent you in the social life or in charity events or company events, it's not a good look for you as a man. So pay attention to that. I'm not saying that women who, no, I'm saying that you want to find a woman that doesn't swear. I mean, everybody swears, everybody cusses, everybody uses profanity. I use profanity shit sometimes, right? When people are stupid, I might drop some F bombs here and there, but it's not my primary way I communicate. I try to avoid using, I don't even avoid it, it's just I don't communicate that way, right? So if you meet women who cuss and they always use profanity and they always use the word bitch all the time, especially if you're a man that's working towards being very successful, and image is everything, especially when you're trying to be a great man in your life, your wife is going to be an extension of you, and of course you're going to be also a big extension of your wife as well. Especially, but usually the men who are very successful, they're usually the ones that the provider protector. So also don't forget that the women that who are you're gonna be with, they're also gonna be the ones raising your children. So the way the vocabulary and the type of words your woman uses and the way she communicates, that's how she's gonna talk to your children. So if she's ratchet, is very ratchet and using profanity all the time, then that's probably a likelihood that your kid's gonna inherit that same vocabulary from her, and they're gonna be ratchet and talk like that. So is that something you really want for your kids? Hey, maybe I'll leave that up to you, but that's something to be aware of, especially for the men out there that want to be successful. I know a lot of these girls from the hood and very ratchet, they can give you guys that fatty, they can give you guys that bomb, the bomb ass sex. But remember, everything that you want to, one of the best advice I always got from somebody, my mentor, was you should always, everything that you allow into your life should be something that is going to benefit you long term. So smashing that ratchet chick from the hood, or maybe you met that ratchet chick that always speaks uses F-bombs and profanity, that's short-term pleasure. But think about it long term, invest in that type of woman, especially if you want to grow and become a successful man. That may not be the best woman to represent you, become an extension of you, especially if you're trying to grow in your professional life as a man. That's something I would point out. Vocabulary is very important, especially when you're meeting women. And also, it just shows you their maturity level. That if your woman is 30, 35, 40, if these are older women and they're still cussing and still using profanity and acting ratchet, that shows you that they haven't really matured emotionally as a woman. They grew physically, but emotionally they haven't matured. All right? So let's keep it moving.
Bitch, I got an ass. Bitch, I got my own place. I make my own money. I cook.
All right, so the one thing I would say about this video of this woman, that if you noticed that the first thing that she talked about in order to show her value in the dating sexual marketplace to attract commitment from men, the first thing she said was she led with her body. So she focused on her physical attributes, she's pretty, she has an ass, and she got a nice body, which is all nice things, which are things that men look for sex, but there's no that those are not necessarily the things that men look for commitment. For commitment, men always look for the woman that can add value to his life post sex. So that's one of the things. That's a red flag. If you notice, if you talk to women and what they bring to the table is only physical, what they bring to the table is only sex, what they bring to the table is only superficial, that's not gonna be something that's gonna last long term, right? Because you guys already know, looks, physical attributes, your body is gonna depreciate over time, especially for women. So if you take away the sex, to take away the body, the beauty, what else is there to offer to keep my attention, to keep my commitment, to keep me stimulated as a man, right? That I want to come back to you, right? So a lot of women don't understand this, and a lot of women, because of the way the world is today, because of the sexualization of all the stuff that we see with the music, with the social media, with the movies. There's so much emphasis on sex. So a lot of women, modern day women, they become a victim of that, and they think that the only way they can attract a man is through their body, is through sex. But they don't. But the reality is if you want to keep a man, you're gonna offer. You have to offer some value outside of that, right? So because sex will not keep a man. It's the value you bring as a woman is gonna keep a man. Not only keep a man, but attract him. You show commitment, but also attract him to invest in you long term, and one day put a ring on that finger. So the things that add value to a man's life is like, are you compatible? Are you cooperative? Are you compliant? Are you not a hoe? Right? You're not out there sleeping with all types of men. Are you not talking about your private business on fucking social media, right? Are you a good mother? Are you nurturing? Are you caring? Are you loving? Are you feminine? Right? Do you take care of yourself? Do you make yourself feel pretty and become beautiful, not only for yourself but for your man? All these things that can add value. Can you cook? Can you clean? Can you be a great role model not only for him but also for the mother of his child? Right. That's why I talked about the vocabulary. Are you the type of woman that he wants to raise his children? That he can be a great example for the children? Can you add value to his workplace? Can you support his ambitions? Can you support his goals, his dreams? You can give him peace when he gets back home. Can you make him feel better? Give him that emotional support to be vulnerable to you when things don't go wrong in his life because he's out there fighting the world and has to come home. He doesn't want to fight you. Can you bring that peace back to him? So that way you can build him back up so he can go back and do it again the next day. These are the things that men are looking for in order for them to give you commitment. The problem is a lot of women today, they have nothing beyond sex. They have nothing beyond their body. They have nothing beyond their physical attributes. So a lot of women today, that's why a lot of men are ghosting these women. A lot of men are not committing to these women. A lot of men are not giving them the long-term investment because once they have sex with them and get to know them on a personal level, they realize they have nothing more to offer. So that's a red flag, fellas. If you talk to women, I talk to women, and you ask them, are you having conversation to see what they bring to the table? And all they talk about is their body, their looks, their beauty, and all the superficial stuff that depreciates over time. So that is a red flag. So it'd be nice to smash and pass that, hit that, but hit it and quit it and move on and give. Hopefully, there's a man out there, but you don't want that. You don't want that type of woman in your life. Always look for that woman that can add value to your life. That your life becomes better. Your life becomes more peaceful. Your life becomes, you feel at peace with her. You can trust her and you can love her, and it makes you want to come back home, right? I think one of the best quotes I saw, I think somebody posted, don't be with the woman that tells you to come home. Be with the woman that makes you want to come home. Right. So that's something I want to share with you guys. But yeah, you're talking about her body. That's a big red flag. If a woman says, if you ask a woman, what do you bring to the table? All she says, this. That's a total disrespect to you as men, because you, as fellas, you know this. We have to, in order for us to be attractive to women, we have to create our value. So, like I mentioned you guys before, men have to create value, women have to preserve their value. So, as men, we have to put in much more work and we have to bring much more work or much more to the table just in order just to be able to attract women. So if you're putting all this, as all these women, like as men, you have to be, they want a tall, strong, masculine guy that makes a lot of money, the guy that's ambitious, confident, assertive, the guy that can provide and protect for it, all these things. So women ask men so much more today in modern day dating. They ask their standards, expectations for men are higher than ever. They have all these unrealistic expectations they want from men. And they're entitled to that, but like I told you guys before, as men, that we have to bring much more to the table. And if we bring all of this, if you're working on yourself as a man to be the best man possible and accomplish and work on all the things that they ask for, and you meet their expectations and standards, and you ask them for their expectations and you ask them what do they bring to the table, and all they say, all I'm bringing is pussy and sex and my body. That's total disrespect because they're not even looking at what you're bringing to the table. And you know what, my man is bringing all of this, and they want to put in the effort to make sure they reciprocate that, because relationship is all about reciprocation. And if you really love somebody and see what they're putting all this work to bring to the table to make sure you're happy, then you should be. And if you really love that person, you're gonna reciprocate that, and you're gonna work on yourself so that way you can do more than the bare minimum to make sure that because my man is doing all this for me, I need to be able to reciprocate that as a woman, do more for my man, and not only just on sex, but on an emotional, mental, physical, spiritual, all the things that you can do as a woman that you have control over with to make sure that you can you become the best version of yourself for him. But a lot of women today, modern day women today, all they have is sex and their body and their beauty, and that's it. That's all they have. And for men, that's a red flag out there. Never marry a woman just because you want to have sex with her, right? And like I said, if you make that mistake, I'm telling you guys right now, sex, the physical part is going to depreciate over time. I'm telling you, 5 years into it, what else are you going to have? You're going to be with the room, and you're going to realize that after the sex, you're not happy with that woman. And she's not the type of woman that gives you peace and happiness as a man. So pay attention to that, fellas. All right. So, yeah, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it playing.
Clean? I do senora shit, and I'm not even a fucking senora. Like, I got long hair. I'm Latina. I got a good personality. I'm funny. Sometimes I got an attitude, but I'm not like crazy. Is it that hard?
All right. So, let me go back one more time. So she said that, ladies, just disclaimer: men do not care about your humor. Yeah. So I want to say out there was no man out there. I love this woman, or I want to have sex with this woman, or I want to commit to this woman because she was funny. So men don't care about your humor. As far as personality, you say you have a good personality, but based on what you're showing us on this video, maybe you do have a different personality. I want to make it fair for her because I'm trying to keep it objective. But maybe she has a great personality, but based on how she's presenting herself right now in this video, it does not seem that you have a great personality, right? What they always say, first impressions is everything, so especially on social media, especially with the modern day dating, how you portray yourself on social media, how you portray yourself in real life, it's not giving any confidence for men out there watching this right now that you have a great personality. And of course, men don't care about your humor. All right. And
like, is it personality? I'm funny. Sometimes I got an attitude, but
okay, she says sometimes she got an attitude. Well, I will throw her a line. At least she's willing to take accountability and admit they have an attitude for the men out there that's watching this. So I would agree with that. But the fact that sometimes she has a little attitude, that's just like, what they say, that when there's smoke, there's fire. I would say that she has out of all the things, putting all the things that we've seen so far, there's a likelihood that she has a much more worse attitude, especially, like I said, the reason why I know her attitude, she has her attitude is not really, she has a terrible attitude, is the men, within that 4 years, the men are not keeping around. And one of the things about men, and one of the things that we don't like in women, and we're not attracted to women, is if a woman is very combative and she has a very terrible attitude, and she's not compliant, she's not cooperative. So women that have a terrible attitude and just makes things hard, makes things worse. You guys are always arguing, you guys are always fighting. Those are the type of women that men don't want to be around. And the fact that she said she had a little attitude and try to downplay that, but the fact that she hasn't had a man in her life in the 4 years shows that you can tell that she has a terrible attitude, and that's why a lot of these guys are not keeping her around. And also she said that she's not crazy. The fact that you have to admit that you're not crazy legitimizes yourself to be crazy as hell. All right.
I'm not like crazy. Is it that hard? Like, is it that hard finding a?
All right. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And also the last thing I would say about this video, she said that she's successful, and like I always say in my podcast, men don't care about a woman's financial potential. We don't care about how much money you make. We don't care about your degree. That's what women look for in men, but men don't look for that in women. We always care about your beauty, fertility, youth, femininity, and just making sure that you're cooperative, compliant. You're not give us peace. You're not making our life harder, and very supportive and nurturing, caring, and loving. That's all what we look for. We don't care about your success. So I just want to put it out there for all the independent women out there. So yeah, that's my thoughts on this video. All right. So fellas, just want to do a quick breakdown, and just want to just redo a recap of everything I talked about before. So like I said, those are all the red flags that I saw with this girl based on this video. Try to keep it just on my objective opinion of what I thought about based on what she portrayed on this video. And also, like I said, ladies, that's all the red flags, fellas. So like I said, avoid these red flags. These are the type of behaviors and traits that is not beneficial for you as a man for a long-term relationship. And for all the women out there, hope you guys taking notes, because these are the things I talk about of the reasons why men are not going to show commitment to you. So hope you guys taking notes, and hope you guys, for all the women out there. But like I told you guys before, if you're a quality woman, and if you're a woman that's wifey material and a good woman, you will have no problem attracting men to commit to you and wife you up. But if men are not committed to you, or men are not wifing you up, there's a reason, and it's not the men's fault; it's your fault, ladies. So yeah, but that's my first reaction to the video. Hope you want to ask everybody real quick, what's your guys' thoughts on this? I'm gonna stop the share. What's your guys' thoughts about this video? What do you guys think? I want to hear your opinions and thoughts. So let me check my participants. Yeah, nobody's on real quick. And let me check my super chats. Oh shoot. Dang. All right. Oh, wow. So much. Man, I got some super chats real quick. Let me go real quick to super chats. I just want to say this for everybody out there. Real quick, Tuisina. Thank you so much. Shout out to Tuisina. Oh, wait. I got to do my sound effect. I got to do my sound effect real quick. Give me 1 second, y'all. Zoom. And let me do my sound effect. Oh, man. Thank you so much. Computer audio. And yeah. Oh. All right. So first and most, I want to read out some comments real quick. Move on, Myra. She said she's ran through if she's single and on birth control. Yo. You can tell she's ran through, y'all. Yeah. If she hasn't been, she's like I told you before, if she's single for 4 years, and you guys know, today's casual relationships of sex, of dating, today's casual sex culture, 90% of women are sexually active. You guys know that, like I told you guys before, just because a woman is single does not mean she stop having sex. Yeah, so yeah, she's I wouldn't be surprised, like I said, based on the balance of probability, she is ran through within those 4 years. Tuisina, shout out to Tuisina, y'all. Let's get it. My girl Tuisina, thank you so much for the $19.99 super chat. She's single because she says things like bro and might be hiding a box cutter in her snatch. I'll be hella done laughing my ass and keep up the good fight, Nacouzi. Yeah, thank you so much, Tuisina. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for all the support you show my podcast. And you're always welcome. Thank you so much for all the love all the way from Hawaii. Thank you for the $19.99 super chat. Man, much love to you. Thank you, Tui. she might be hiding a box cutter. I'm done with you. I wouldn't be surprised, man. Like, these ladies are crazy. She says she's crazy, so she says she is crazy. So, crazy. I wouldn't be surprised she has a box cutter in her. I'm done. Kinpo dressed up for a party she ain't going to. Probably that's why. Dumb busy. And also I'll say she's doing it for the content. She ain't dumb. Yeah, yeah. So maybe then maybe to be fair to her, maybe she's like she's on social media. She's trying looking for clout, and she's just doing this for attention. Maybe she's like I said, maybe all the things that she's portraying is just for she just wants content, wants people to follow her, and she's totally opposite in real life. Sometimes it is like that for social media content creators, that who they are on social media on public, it's totally opposite of who they really are in private. So maybe that's the case. Hey, I'll give her that benefit of the doubt. And to Kaikena Manua, oh, much love. Oh, with the big $49.99 super chat. Thank you so much for the future. I'm one up and King Dewey. Hey, thank you so much for the super chat. Whoever you are, Kaikena Manua, thank you so much. That's so much love support. I really appreciate you for doing that. I really appreciate you for doing that for me, for the support. Man, that means so much to me. Thank you so much. And thank you for one up in King Tui. Oh, we got some competition here. King Tui, you gotta step it up. I'm just joking. Oh, thank you for some. I love that. I love the competition. All my people, all my subscribers and followers out there. And Latch Heffernan, good advice, brother. Shout out for you. With a $9.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Good advice, brother. Yes. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep it real with y'all. Because one thing I do realize, there's a lot that we're in a generation of, especially in America. I just realized for a lot of men today, I just realized today for a lot of men, because of radical feminism, feminizing women, because of everything's about women nowadays. So they're empowering women, which, but it's totally disregard towards men and what men go through. And I just feel like there's a generation of men, they're not, they don't have the great role models in their life to be able to teach them how to be men, and also what to look for, especially from women. So a lot of times for a lot of men, they have to find this the hard way. So they have to learn this the hard way through pain, through manipulation, through toxic relationships from women. So I'm trying to, for me, I don't want to give everybody out there very real life advice for all these men out there, because all these things I'm talking about, I had to go and find out the hard way. So for me, I don't want the men to go through the same steps when they can avoid it, by giving this free information. So, but yeah, that's all my men out there. So thank you so much. Latch Heffernan, freaking Tui, this girl from Kylie. I'll give more, but I'm not rich like Ken. No worries, Latch. Hey, I'll take anything. I really appreciate it. Whatever it's $9 or $1, for me, it's all the same. Everything you guys contribute towards me is going to go towards my podcast studio one day. So one more time, for all you guys out there, much love to you guys. Thank you so much. But like I said, drop some comments below if you're watching this. Let me know what your thoughts are. And we're gonna continue with the show, and I'm gonna come back to you guys. Keep dropping. If you guys are watching this right now, keep dropping your comments and let me know, because I'm very interested to hear you guys. And also makes fun for me. And you guys are hilarious. You guys are crack me up with these comments. Thank you so much. So we're gonna move on to the next video. All right. So like I told you guys before, the whole topic for this show is why modern women are not attracting commitment from men. So the next video I'm going to post right now, about to do a reaction to. This may be a very I know this might cause a lot of controversy, and probably a lot of women that are going to be hateful. Are going to come after me if I react to this video. But me, I don't care. But I do want to explain why I'm going to react to this video. So I remember, if you guys watch me or follow me, there's a lot of women out there that disagree with me. They hate me. They want to cancel me. And I remember I made a video a long time ago, I think a couple of weeks ago, about single moms. Why I believe that a lot of single moms, why I believe that single moms are 100% responsible for being single moms. The women are being 100% responsible. It's their fault for being single if they end up becoming single moms. And I said my reasons, and you guys can check out that video. But I remember during that time, I received so much hate and negativity from all these women, especially from women who are Polynesian women, Pacific Islander women. And I remember when they were trying to cancel me, and they were dropping all these negativity on my pages and in my DMs. I remember uh, they tagged this girl named Drew Afualo. I don't know who she is, but I know she has a big following on TikTok, over 1 million followers. And they kept tagging her to say to come after me. This is they kept tagging her to make a video about me or to challenge me or to respond to me, to put me into my place. And the reason why I'm bringing this girl up, because one of the things I know, one of the biggest mistakes a lot of women do is, especially women who are single and they can't figure out why they can't attract a man, is they get advice from other women. And that is why, no, that is one of the biggest mistakes the women that a woman could do. If you're trying to find objective advice, real advice, and about why you're single, you should never get it from other women. You should always get it from men, right? And the reason why I bring that up, because number one, women don't know what men want. Alfred, okay? So women do not know what men want. All right, that's why that's the worst thing to do as a woman, to go ask a woman uh, dating advice on what men want, right? And I proved it time to time on this podcast. And if you watch all my podcasts, all my dating shows, my after dark sessions I have with women, they literally have no idea what men want. Like I told you guys before, the biggest problem for a lot of women is they think that what we're attracted to is symmetrical. And what I always tell women is, what we're attracted to as men and women is different because of our biological differences, right? It's asymmetrical. It's not symmetrical, right? So I have to break this down for a lot of women. That's why I always say, for a lot of women, they say like, especially the independent women, right? I'm independent. I have my own money. I make a lot of money as a woman. How come men don't care about my money and success? And I really have to explain to women that men don't care about your success, don't care about your confidence, don't care about your earning potential. That's what women look for in men, but men always look for youth, fertility, beauty, femininity. Is she cooperative? Is she compatible? Is she peaceful? Is she nurturing? Is she loving? Is she kind? All these things that men look for in women. Is she? You're not a hoe. You're not masculine. You're not trying to, competitive. You're submissive. So I really have to break this down to women. And for a lot of women, when they hear this information, they literally look at me like a deer in headlights, like a deer in headlights, right? Yeah, like I'm talking some kind of foreign language, and for a lot of women, they get offended, right? Because they feel some type of way about the information, because women are very emotional. So yeah, so I noticed a lot of the women who do hate my content, but like I said, the biggest mistake for a lot of these women is they take advice from women. And the reason why you should never take advice from women, number one, women don't know what men want. And I've proved it already on my podcast. They literally have no idea. Number two, women lie to each other. Women are not objective, and they're not going to give you guys the real, honest truth. And you guys know this already. Women will lie to each other, and it will never give them the truth, right? So that's why I always say you should never take advice from people that are not going to keep it 100 with you, right? So, and I know this for a lot of women, and I see this with women all the time, is women would tell, like, if one of their friends was if you guys were trying to go out to a nightclub and one of your friends was wearing a dress, and she looked fat on that dress, right? A lot of women would say, "Oh no, girl, oh no, girl," and then you don't look fat in that dress. Oh, you look beautiful. You look great. You don't need to lose weight. You're good. You're good. You literally will lie to these. You will tell her she looks beautiful, but then when you guys go to the club, a lot of these women will privately with the other friends, oh yeah, it will will talk shit about that same girl. So you should never, for men, if for men, if my friend's fat, I will literally tell my friend, "Oh man, hey, fat ass, time to hit the gym." I will, like, men don't care, but like, men will keep it 100 with each other, and we'll laugh about it. We'll make fun of each other, but we tell them the honest, "Hey, bro, you're fat as shit. Hit the gym. Why are you wearing that shirt to the club? You're fat as hell. Your titties are coming out, right? So I can see your titties, bro." So, like, you know what I'm saying? So men are very, very honest and truthful and very logical and very objective based on how we communicate with each other, especially holding each other accountable. And men are very that's just how men are. We just hold each other accountable. But for women, you guys are women because, like I said, they're very emotional. So you care more about how they feel, more about the reality. So for a lot of women, they don't tell each other the truth. So that's why I always say, do not ask women for advice, because women would give you guys comforting lives. I'm sorry, give you the comforting lie instead of giving you the uncomfortable truth. So you wanna when you ask for something, if you need advice about why you're not attracting commitment from men, the worst place to go with women is to ask another woman because women don't know what the hell they're talking about. And number two, women are more likely to lie to you just to tell you what you want to hear to make you feel good instead of telling you what you need to hear so you can make those to hold you accountable so that way you can make those changes in your life so that way you have a better chance of attracting men. And also I would say for a lot of women out there, men actually know more about women than women know about men. Men know what women don't know what men want, but men know what women want. And the reason why the reason why men know what women want because we're the ones who have to pursue you. We're the ones who have to initiate everything, right? So since the beginning of time, it's because we're the ones that have to pursue you. We are the ones that have to um, initiate the relationship and come and court you, right, and take you out. So that way hopefully you will be able to select us because we are the ones to pursue you. We are the ones that we have to uh, initiate, start everything. We have to study. We have to know what we're gonna get. Just like like a hunter, right? If you wanna hunt an animal, you have to learn about your prey. You have to learn about the way it moves, the way its mannerisms, its habits. It's places they like to eat, places like they want their calm at. So you give you the best chance to be able to get your prey. It's the same thing when it comes to women. For men, because we have to pursue you, we have to study you. We have to study your mannerisms, what you like, what you don't like, the things that makes you unattractive based on how we portray ourselves, the way we act, the way we dress, the way we have to be able to court you and woo you so that way you can select us. So that's why men know more about women, what women want, than women that know about men want. And the problem with a lot of women today, because of modern day dating, because of social media apps, a lot of men today are not asking women, are not approaching women anymore. So because men are not approaching women anymore, there's multiple reasons why. Because of radical feminism, they're shaming men that if you approach a woman now, that's why we always talk about my podcast that radical feminism has made dating harder for women. And one of the things is radical feminism has made it hard for women. They have discouraged men from pursuing women. They have to discourage men from going there and just asking a woman out, because now they've got to a point for men is like they're shaming men. Like if you approach a woman and ask her out, you're a creep, you're a stalker, you're perverted. And these are things that men are starting to hear, especially in America. So all these, and also there's a likelihood of getting a case, right? That if you pursue the woman, you might get a case. You might get she might say that you're sexually harassing her, and for a lot of men, dude, you don't want that sexual harassment case, and you don't want to be affiliated that any kind of that any of that. So a lot of men, they're like, you know what, I'm not gonna approach women no more because I might get labeled and I might get ostracized and canceled by society. She might put a label on me, might say something about me, and also, she might, cry wolf, right? Say that I harassed her or something. And you guys already know when a guy gets an allegation of sexual harassment, nobody cares if about nobody cares the legitimacy of the case. Once you get that label on you, it's already everybody's perception is gonna be changed about you, and people will never look at you the same. So that's why a lot of women, what's happening for a lot of women today, because men are no longer approaching you no more. A lot of women are initiating the relationship, or they're trying to approach men now because men are not doing it. Especially the women are very desperate, like this girl on the Latina chick on the Latina chick that's on the video. But the problem with a lot of women is, well, a lot of women, because they're trying to initiate the conversation and they're trying to pursue the men, they have no idea what they're talking. They're clueless. They don't know what to do because this is unknown territory for them, right? So that's what I would say is for a lot of women out there. That's why men know what women want, and men are very objective. They'll keep it honest with you, ladies, and tell you the truth. And also, like I said, you shouldn't. A lot of women out there, you're gonna get the real honest criticism from men. If you want the best dating advice you want to get, you should always get it from men. You should never ask a woman. All right. So also, yeah, so and also don't forget, ladies, women are the ones that have to uh initiate the commitment. So that saying that women control access to sex, men control access to relationships and commitment and marriage. So if you want the best chance of finding out why men are not committed to you, the best advice for you is to um, ask a man. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, all right. So, all right. So, yeah. So, going back to my point before. So, I remember for all a lot of the women who disagree with me, there was this girl that they kept tagging. It was Drew Afwalo. They kept tagging this girl on social media. Apparently, she's like the I guess the woman, the leader of the women empowerment in the Polynesian community. They kept tagging this girl because they wanted her to respond to my video and they wanted her to put me in my place, right? So because I'm talking about one of the worst advice for a lot of women out there is to get advice from women, get advice from women. So what I wanted to do is, since Drew Afwalo is, I guess she's the most popular woman, a lot of these Polynesian women who do disagree, don't hate my guts, don't want to cancel me. She's their leader. I went to her page and I just went to her page and I searched a video because I'm pretty sure she always gives advice, her perspective, opinion about life. And these men, these women who follow her, they listen to her. So I went to her page and to see if she gave any advice about modern day dating about men. And I actually found a video that she made about men, and I want to break down that video because, like I told you guys before, a lot of the worst advice, or worst thing a woman can do is to ask women for advice about why men are not committed to them and why men are not marrying them. You should always ask the man. So that's why I'm gonna bring up this video about Drew Afwalo. So she made a video giving advice from a lot of men. And based on what I saw in that video, all the things she said on this video is totally the most terrible advice the most worst advice a woman can get about attracting commitment from men. All right, so I'm gonna pull up this video for you guys to see. And before I pull up the video, I want to make sure real quick. I'm not gonna, I'm not doing this to attack Drew Afwalo. I don't know her. So I don't want everybody out there, you're trying to come after Drew or, especially for all these women out there that love her and they love her content. Look, I have nothing against her. I don't know her personally. So I'm going to dissect her video. I'm going to react to her video very objectively. Like I told you guys before, I have nothing against Drew. I'm sure she's a great person. She's a social media content creator on TikTok. I think she has over 1 million followers. So as a fellow content creator myself, that's hard to do. So I respect the hustle. I respect her videos, the grind, and the daily content, and her discipline to post content every single time. So shout out to you, Drew. That's something I do respect. So I'm gonna, like I told you guys before, I have nothing against her. I'm not trying to attack her personally. Like I told you guys before, I don't use ad hominems, but I'm using her as a point because, like I told you guys before, one of the worst mistakes women can do is take advice from other women. And since I know a lot of the women who hate my content, want to cancel me, and hate my guts, this is the girl that they love and they follow. So, and I know this is the girl they get dating advice from, and I found a video that she gave out dating advice. So I'm gonna pull up that video, I'm gonna dissect it, I'm gonna give my reaction to it, and I'll be very objective. So I have nothing against her. I'm not attacking her character. I'm not attacking her as an individual, as a person. I'm just gonna attack her arguments and what she shared in that video, specifically when it comes to advice about giving women advice about men. So that's what I disagree. The women out there do watch this, and I'll go on steroids, and because I'm going to attack their, I guess their savior, and I guess the girl that was supposed to put me in my place, supposedly. But like I said, it's going to be fun. All right, because let me pull up the video real quick. Give me 1 second. And if everybody that's watching this right now, if you know Drew or if you follow her, let me know what your thoughts are about her. I don't know her person. I don't follow her content. I just noticed that she was always the one that was always tagged in my comments when all these women tried to cancel me a couple of weeks ago based on my opinion about the single moms, 100% responsibility of being a women being single moms for us as women. So, I don't, I haven't consumed any of her content. I just found one video that she was talking about men, and that's the video I'm going to play about today to bring up the point of why you should never take advice from women about men, especially if you're trying to figure out commitment and why men are not committed to you and not giving you marriage. So let me pull up the video real quick. All right. All right.
Hey y'all, so I just wanted to
All right. All right, so this is the girl, Drew Afwalo. This is the girl that I told you guys about. And this is the girl that a lot of my haters, a lot of women that hate my guts. This is the girl they follow, and this is the girl they admire and on social media. Drew Afwalo, but like I told you guys before, I'm gonna be very objective, and I'm just using her as a point because a lot of women follow her for advice, and I always tell ladies all the time the worst thing you to do to figure out why you're not attracted to get advice about men, especially when it comes to commitment and marriage, is to ask it from women. You should always ask men. Get advice from men when it comes to dating men. So I'm gonna be very objective and just focus on the things that she's gonna share on this video, and that's the only thing I'm gonna talk about her. I'm not gonna talk about her personally. I'm gonna talk about based on what she shares on this video. So I'm just gonna react to the video itself. All right. So it's just especially if Drew, if you're watching this, if you happen to watch this, like I said, I have nothing against you. Much love to you. But like I said, I'm just gonna attack everything you're gonna say on this video on things I disagree with, especially when it comes to advice, when it comes to men, because you don't know what the hell you're talking about. All right. So let's play the video, y'all. Let's play the video, y'all. Let me know your thoughts on the comments. Let me know your thoughts.
say something really quick. This is very fucking true. Very fucking true. If I haven't made it abundantly clear, I'll drag men till the day I fucking die, bitch. Dead in the ground, fucking 6 feet under, bitch. Put it on my tombstone that men are fucking
All right,
basura.
so fellas, if you're watching this right now, this is red flag number 1. All right. She said men are basura, and she was very adamant of saying that she's gonna die. She's gonna ride that wave to the day she dies. To the day she dies 6 feet underneath the ground. She said that men are basura. Basura is the word for trash, right? Men are trash. So, fellas, if you're listening, if you're watching this right now, all right, this is one of the red flags you need to see. That whenever a man, right, I'm going to translate her, I call it womanese. When women speak a certain language, there's a translation for it when it comes to reality, right? So, men, you need to pay attention, peep this. So, when women say men are trash, when women say men are trash, you know what that means? That means when women say men are trash, that's pretty much just saying that these are the type of woman. What that means in real life is she's a woman that can't keep a man. So whenever a woman say men are trash, I'm independent, I don't need a man, I don't need a man to take care of, I don't need to rely on any man. This pretty much what that means is they can't keep a man, right? And also when women say that men are trash, there's a high probability that she's being hurt she's being hurt by the previous men in her relationships, the previous men in her life. So she carries a lot of hate and negativity, right? Because like I told you guys before, a person that's very peaceful, a person that's healed. And I understand we all go through our ups and downs when it comes to relationships. We all have failed relationships. Everybody goes through it. But whenever men or women, whenever women say that men are all trash, men are ain't shit, I don't need a man, I don't rely on man, I'm an independent woman, that pretty much means that the men in her, she can't keep a man long term in her life. And she's still healing from all the previous men that hurt her. Because if you're happy as a woman, if you're happy as a man, if you're peaceful, right? If you moved on from the past and be able to work on yourself and improve as a woman, as a man, then you want to give out that negative energy towards other people and towards other men. But the fact that she's still saying men are all trash, means that there's a part of her that still hurt from the last guy that still hurt her. And that's why she's saying that, right? She's still hurt from the previous relationship. Because if you've healed and you're healthy, you don't talk badly about other people because you're already healed from it. And all you see is optimism and positivity, right? So that is a red flag, fellas. When women say men are trash, independent, I don't need a man, that means that they can't keep a man. So the men in her life, are not sticking long term. And I know a lot of you ladies out there that's watching this right now, you're like, you know what, she has a boyfriend. Yeah, just because she has a boyfriend doesn't mean that guy's committed, like I told you guys before. until that guy proposes, until that guy marries you. That just having as ladies, I always tell ladies all the time, just because you're dating and you're getting sexual attention from men, and men are, and you're still getting men to date you and take you and become a boyfriend, the ultimate commitment from a man is marriage. So until they're putting a ring on your finger, until a man accepts responsibility to invest 50% of his resources, his resources with you, for the likelihood he might lose it with the risk of divorce, but he's willing to take that risk anyway. And he's willing to invest his whole life and his resources and his financial and take the responsibility for financial support as a woman. If a man does that, that's how you know that man is fully committed and is about and that woman really wants to be with that man. But so I know she has a boyfriend, but that doesn't mean anything. But so because like I said, there's a lot of toxic women out there that do go into that just bounce around from relationship to relationship, but they haven't healed from the previous relationship, but they're just jumping from relationship because, like I said, they a lot of them can't be alone. And women who are very toxic, women who haven't healed, they don't like to speak by themselves because they haven't found peace being themselves. So they bounce around with other men. So that is my criticism. That's my red flag right there when she said men are pursuers. And like I said, she said that you will spend the rest of her life saying that till she dies in 6 feet under the ground. That's how you know this girl right here, she's toxic, and she hasn't healed from the last guy that, well, I don't know how many guys she's been with, but the guy that she liked the most, she hasn't healed from it. And like I said, women who say these things are women that can't keep a man, not only keep a man, but they can't keep the man they want, right? So they can, like I told you guys before, doesn't mean anything if they are in a relationship without a man, because until a man proposes and she accepts, that's how you know she's committed and moved on to the next man, right? But yeah, that's a red flag. That's a red flag right there. The moment she said that men are trash. So fellas, if you're watching this right now, the moment a woman says men are trash, the moment a woman says independent, I don't need a man, you guys need to run for the hills and get the hell out of there. All right. Do I have a sound for that? Oh. So yeah, if you ever meet these types of women, you need to do that instant transmission and get the hell out of there, right? If you guys don't know what that is, yeah, that's all my DBZ fans out there. I'm a DBZ nerd. I'm a Dragon Ball Z nerd. All right. So, all right. Okay, so that's my first that's my first red flag I saw from this video. And let me know your thoughts if you're watching this right now, but let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Because it only gets worse. All right.
However, I have been getting a lot of questions about how to attract the right kind of man. It's not about them, it's about you.
All right, I would agree. Like I told you guys before, I'm going to be very objective on this video. So I would agree with her. If things are not working for you in your life, the main focus would always be you. Because like I said, you know, your life won't change unless you change. Your life won't improve unless you improve. So accountability is the first thing, and responsibility to yourself is the first thing. So that's why I always tell people self-improvement is great. So I would agree with her. The focus for you ladies. So when you guys want to improve and want to attract a man, you should look back into yourself and focus on you and ask yourself, you know, what can I improve as a woman? What can I learn from my previous experiences with men? What didn't work out? You know, why did they leave? Why did they did stay around? And be very reflective and objective, and be real with yourself, and give yourself that the criticism and the conversation. You gotta have that tough conversation with yourself. And a lot of times, a lot of people don't want to self-reflect and have those tough conversations because, you know, we all have our darkness and we have our skeletons, and it makes us, and we have things that we're ashamed of that that we want to lock away, but we have to address these things. And we can't lock it away, especially when it comes to self-growth. I would agree with her with that one. All right.
You need to spend time by yourself, figure out what you deserve and what you want out of life and a significant other, and hold out for that shit, ho, and never fucking settle.
All right. So she said that, let me go back again one more time so I can just make sure I know.
Hey, y'all. So I just wanted to say something really quick. This is very fucking true. Very fucking true. If I haven't made it abundantly clear, I'll drag men till the day I fucking die, bitch. Dead in the ground. of questions about them, it's about you. You need to spend time by yourself, figure out what you deserve and what you want out of life and a significant
Okay, all right, yeah. So I would agree with her with that. Figure out what you deserve, ladies. That's one of the things that helps in your personal growth, and know what you want, right? A lot of women today, the reason why they're hurt, they're toxic, the reason why they're not getting the life they want is they don't have self-esteem to believe that they deserve great men, they deserve a great relationship, and they deserve a great quality of life. So a lot of these women out there, if you've been hurt for multiple times from a lot of men, a lot of times your self-esteem becomes diminished, and you lack self-esteem in your life, you lack confidence in yourself as a woman, that you can attract a good relationship in a man. Sometimes a lot of people would tolerate a known pain instead of going into an unknown peace. So sometimes when it comes to toxicity, if that's all you've known your whole life as a woman, that becomes a norm. A lot of women, they're afraid to go outside their norm, or go outside their comfort zone, because that's something that makes them uncomfortable. It's like going to unknown territory, right? So a lot of people want to go back to what they've known before, even if it's hurtful, even if it's traumatic, even if it's caused them a lot of pain, because that pain, you've known that pain. So I would say with that, hey, ladies, you have to know what you deserve. In order to know what you deserve, you need to spend some time with yourself, and you have to know what you want. Unfortunately, like I told you guys before, a lot of women don't know what they want out of men. So they never had that conversation with themselves. And if you've been hopping around with a lot of men, a lot of women are just confused because of all the things of all the relationships that they've invested, and then they have no idea what's going on, and they don't listen to their own voice of their wants and needs. So you should always know what you want first. As a woman, what do you want out of a relationship? What do you want about a man? What are the standards? What do you deserve? How do you want to be treated? How do you want to be loved? All these things, and what kind of man that you want, like all these things that you need to be very specific. Right? When it comes, like, it's the same thing I would apply when it comes to goal setting. If you want to go, if you want to dream, if you want something you want to accomplish for your life, for your future, you have to be very specific. You can't be very vague, right? That's why if you've never heard of SMART goals, you got to make SMART goals, right? You got to be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timetable. You got to have a plan behind everything. So when it comes to men too, ladies, you also got to have a plan behind it as well. You have to be very specific of what you want out of men. You can't just say, I want a man, and just hopefully you throw some shit on the wall and hope something sticks, right? That's the recipe for disaster. So I would agree with her. She gave them some good advice. But I would say a lot of the advice that she said is surface level. It's not really specific, especially when it comes to what do men want, right? So that's my only criticism with that. But I would say that the advice she gave was pretty good, but that's very surface level. I don't think it doesn't do any of the women justice. We need to go deeper into the very specific reasons of why men are not attracting these women, and why why a lot of these ladies are not getting the commitment to marriage from men. And like I told you guys before, a lot of times when you look for women for advice, they give you this surface level advice that, self-love, love yourself, know what you deserve. They don't want to give you the specific. They don't want to go deeper than that, because the one thing I would say in this video, just watching her give all this advice, the one thing I would say, and I noticed this with a lot of women, is there was no mention of accountability. She never mentioned accountability in this video. And that's the thing, is in order for you to get change and to get a different outcome for your life, the first thing is taking accountability for your life to make a different change, to make a different decision. That's the very definition of insanity, right? Repeating the same actions every single day and getting a different result. So that's one thing I noticed. A lot of modern day women, they don't want to take accountability. And like I said, whenever you're getting dating advice from women, like I told you that before, women would lie, or they'll just give you the comforting lies. They won't be transparent and give you guys the real hardcore honest truth. They want to give you these types of advice. But you notice that she never mentioned accountability and telling the women, hey, it's your fault, it's your responsibility, right? And that's something that men will always do. Men give that type of advice to each other, like, it's your fault. Stop complaining, stop whining, man the fuck up, and figure out what mistakes you made, what choices you made that didn't work out, and make the opposite choices, learn from those choices, and get shit done, right? Put in the work, put in the effort, put in the time, all right? And like I told you guys before, yeah, she never mentioned any kind of accountability to these women. So what happens is a lot of these women that follow her will listen to her, and what she's doing, because she doesn't mention accountability, all she's doing is telling the women that it's telling these women that it's never their fault, right? Just love yourself. Just know what you want. Just hold out as long as you can and never settle. And the right man will eventually come into your life. But the reality is, ladies and gentlemen, that's not how real life works, right? Just because you want something doesn't mean you're going to get it. I want to be a millionaire, but doesn't mean I'm going to become a millionaire. I want happiness doesn't mean I'm going to become happiness, right? I want a better future, better outcome. No, it doesn't work that way. In order for things to change in your life, you have to accept responsibility and accountability for your life choices. That every single choice that you made as a man or a woman is your fault. And the results of your life today, if you don't like the results of your life today, it's nobody else's fault. It's your fault, right? So I know a lot of times, like I said, when you follow these women who give advice out of women, they never give them the hard reality, truth, and never hold them accountable for their choices. But they want to give them that surface level, that, the soft, that's, the women empowerment, advice that women give to each other. It's all, life's all about sunshines and rainbows. But like I told you guys before, where there's light, there's darkness. And if you want the light in your life, you have to figure out the dark stuff in your life as well. And also, I would say,
and hold out for that shit, ho, and never fucking settle. You deserve the best, so hold out for it, because it's out there. When you truly learn to love yourself unconditionally, you're gonna attract the right people and repel the fucking garbage.
All right, so I would agree about loving yourself. I would agree with her saying to you about loving yourself first. That's totally understandable. But like I told you guys before, she said that you deserve the best in life, right, as a woman. And this is what I'm saying is a lot of these women are just giving this surface level motivation, this vague motivation, and this false sense of optimism to women. Because like I told you guys before, she never mentioned accountability. She never mentioned the word change, right? And this is a reality, ladies. Do we all deserve things? Do we all deserve the best in life? Yes. But we only deserve it if you work for it. Or if you work for it and put in the time and effort to get what you deserve. So just because you deserve something, but you don't deserve anything if you don't want to work for and change. So what she's doing right now, like I told you guys before, this is why you should never take advice from women, because they don't hold these women accountable for their life choices. They don't hold women accountable for the outcomes of the choices they made with the men they chose and the men they chose to have sex with. They don't put the accountability back on them. So she's telling these women, because she doesn't mention accountability, because she doesn't mention change. So it's pretty much what she's saying is she's reinforcing and perpetuating all their negative behaviors for them to remain the same as a woman, but still be hopeful that you're gonna get a different outcome. So it doesn't, like I told you guys before, that's why a lot of these women love to hear this shit and eat this shit up, because this is what they want to hear, but it's not what they need to hear. Right? So, like I told you before, ladies, do you deserve the best quality man you can get? Yes, if you work for it. Do you deserve money? Yes, if you work for it. But if you don't work for it, then you deserve to be broke. You deserve to be a single mom. You deserve to be single. You deserve to be, all the things that is not working for you in your life, because you didn't make the right choices. You didn't make the things that you needed to do, the right choices for life to avoid those situations. And if you keep making the same choices, then you're gonna get the same outcomes. All right. So, so that's my objective criticism from the advice that she's giving all these women out there. And that's why I always say, fellas and ladies, do not take advice from women, because like I told you before, everything she said right now, it's not practical, and it's not giving women a practical manual of what they need to do to be able to make some changes in their life. It's just giving them it's just vague. Everything is it's not a specific plan, right? And it's like I told you guys before, she's literally, I think she's like pandering, just telling them what they want to hear so they can feel better about themselves. But like I told you guys before, if you ask men will give them the real truth and the reality, and they'll tell you guys what you want to hear, not what you need to hear, even though it's gonna make you feel uncomfortable and you're gonna be hurt from it. But sometimes, like I told you before, the truth, it's gonna hurt, but it's still the truth. All right, so let's keep it going. That's my objectivity. Now she's gonna go into her experience. She's gonna go into experience, talking about her life. So let's go into it.
Great example of like my self-confidence. I have no real celeb crushes, and neither does my boyfriend. We don't.
All right.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
All right. So she said that she has real confidence with herself, and that she is so confident that she has no real celeb crushes, even her boyfriend. So I gotta call Cap right there, man. She capping hard for you ladies.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
I gotta do that twice. So let's be real, ladies. She said that she has no real celeb crushes. Come on, man. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. So you're telling me that this girl, Drew Afwalo, has no celebrity crush in her life. So even when she was a young girl growing up, she never she never had her favorite actor, favorite athlete, favorite singer that she had a crush on. So you're saying that she's so confident in herself that she doesn't have a crush on no other man. You can see the toxicity in her, right? That she's so toxic. She just says that there's no men out there that she wants because she's so confident in herself. Because the reality, everybody has a crush. There's nothing wrong with having a crush. And just because you have a crush on someone doesn't mean you're not confident. I have celebrity crushes, but doesn't mean I'm not confident in myself as a man. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I call Cap on this. He's lying like a motherfucker on this one. Everybody has a celeb crush. Everybody has somebody they like growing up. That's Cap. Every single person has a celebrity crush as a child growing up, even to the adults. So to say that she doesn't have a celebrity crush, because we're human, we're human beings. We all have fantasies growing up as human beings of people that we admire, people we look up to in life. So she said that she has no celebrity crush. I call Cap. What do you guys think? Let me know if you guys what you guys think of this video. She kept it hard, and she brought her boyfriend on. She said that her boyfriend has no celebrity crush. Like, what? Oh,
the lie detector determined that was a lie.
Oh, I'm gonna give it a gunshot. This one. She's saying that her boyfriend has no celebrity crush. So your boyfriend has no fantasy about any celebrity ladies out there, and like J-Lo, Beyonce, Rihanna. You're saying that your boyfriend has no celebrity crushes. That's what I'm saying. The cap is real on this one. That the cap is real on this one. Everybody has a celebrity crush. Let's be honest and keep it real. There's nothing wrong with it either, and you can still be confident as well. You don't have to prove your confidence as a woman or as a man by saying that I'm not attracted to other people. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with looking at somebody and say, oh, yeah, she's bad, she's beautiful. Yeah, I was, there was an opportunity I would with that, but I would smash, I would hit that, I'll be with that. But like I told you guys before, you can still be confident in your life as well. But yeah, she capping on this one. And the fact that she said that her man feels the same way, I don't know if she's had that discussion. I don't know if she's just speaking for her man and putting words in her mouth. But the fact that she mentions that's one of the things I always say, fella, that's a red flag. That if a woman speaks on your behalf without your permission and without even talking to you and just says that for the whole world to see, like I mentioned before in the old video, with that girl bring up the privacy of her relationship with her man in the open public, that's a red flag. That's I would say for her, that's a red flag, that she's openly speaking about her man. And maybe she already talked about her man and she told us, and maybe this is already something her man told her, and then maybe she's telling the truth. But I don't think, like I told you before, everybody has a celebrity crush, and even men, because men are more visual and we are horny. We think about sex all the time. Let's keep it on the fellas. We, sometimes we think about sex all the time. We see women all the time. We want to sexualize. We sexualize these women all the time when we walk down the street. Right, it's just how men are, it's how men operate their mindset, right? So to say that your man doesn't have a celebrity crush, that's a cap. She's capping right now. And also, I would say that she's very masculine. That's very masculine energy that she wanted to say that. That's just me personally, I would believe. I say that's very masculine and very dominant. You can clearly tell like who's the dominant one here in a relationship. But let's keep it going. All right.
Believe in hall passes, none of that shit. You know why? Because I truly think.
All right, hall passes. All right, okay. You don't believe in hall passes. I'll give her that. I'll give her that, ladies and gentlemen. Hall passes. Yeah, I wouldn't do that either for my relationship. So let's keep it going.
think that if I spend enough time with someone, I could get them to like me. Absolutely. Anybody, whoever it is, name them. I'll fucking bag them.
Hell no, to the no, no, no.
Hell to the no.
Hell to the no.
I wonder if you guys can hear that. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I just played the sound right now. Let me know if you guys hear that sound, but yo, she is capping hard. Right, so she said that let me go back real quick.
I could get them to like me. Asses, none of that shit. You know why? Because I truly think that if I spend enough time with someone, I could get them to like me. Absolutely. Anybody, whoever it is, name them. I'll fucking bag them.
She said that it doesn't matter who it is in this world. She thinks that she can bag anybody, any man in this world, she can bag him. And she has enough time with every man out there. It doesn't matter who they are, that she can get him. So that's straight cap, y'all. I don't know if you guys can see. Number one, that's false, right? She's capping hella hard right now because, like I told you before, you can't please everybody, and everybody has their own cup of tea. So, you can't be likable to every single man in this planet. That's facts, right? I can't be likable to every single woman on this planet. That's facts. There's some people that like you, there are people that don't like you. The fact that she's has this toxic confidence, and that's why I always tell before, is like a lot of times when these women who are very hurt and very broken, and they haven't healed from the past relationships, they have this confidence, they have this confidence or this persona they put out on there in this world to hide their insecurities or hide the hurt that they've gone through in their life. So I can clearly say the fact that she said something that's not realistic, that's not real, that's not practical, because there's no one in this world, no woman in this world or no can attract every single, it's about what, I don't know, 3-4 billion men out there. So she's saying that she can attract 3-4 billion men out there, and every single man out there will like her regardless of race, regardless of ethnicity, regardless of status or accomplishments. So all men, she spends enough time with this man, she will bag him. You could take that cap to get the hell out of here. I wish I had a blue cap I could put on right now for you fellas out there. That's a lie, because like I told you, even the same thing with the men. You can take the most attractive man. Who's the most attractive man right now? I don't know. Cristiano Ronaldo. You can take Cristiano Ronaldo, famous soccer player. I guarantee you, there's gonna be a woman out there in this world that wouldn't find him attractive or wouldn't like him personally. The same thing with you. There will be a guy out there that wouldn't like you personally. He's just different. He just looking for different things. But you can see that the confidence. She's trying to hide her. Like I told you guys before, you can clearly see it. She's trying to hide her insecurity. Whenever you need to prove yourself of how confident you are, you're not really confident, because confidence comes with just, like I told you guys before, it's just confidence. You don't need to speak about your confidence. It just shows in the way you move and the way you act. All right, so that's all. Yeah, I'll call cap on that one. So, and she says she can bag anybody. You think she can bag Drake? You think she can bag Drake? Drake right now is one of killing around the game. You think she can bag Drake? Hell no, she's gonna bag Drake. You ain't no bag no Drake. Types of women that Drake, the type of woman that Drake looks for, and it's not on the same level, right? So that's why I told you guys, ladies. So, but this is the dating code. This is the advice women go for, right? This is the advice women go for, that she's giving up the false sense of confidence to all these women that you can bag anybody. I'm sorry to tell you, ladies, you're not gonna bag any type of man. You're not gonna bag all the men you're not gonna bag the men that you want just because you want it, just because you think, like you said, she thinks, just because you think you're sexy, you think you're confident, think you're worth it, without effort, without work, without putting the time and without accountability, without change, without self-improvement, you're not gonna get the outcome for your life of the man that you want. So this girl is very delusional to think that she can just bag anybody, 3-4 billion men out there in this world. She can bag all these guys, regardless of socioeconomic status, regardless of race, regardless of where they are in this world. Even the highest quality, all those billionaires out there, all these guys out there, the top 1% of men out there in the world, she can bag all of them. That is straight cap. And and of course, if you go to a dating coach and the dating coach tells you know what, I can bag any girl in this world, I can bag her. That's how you know your coach is captain too. Like, you can have a good team, you can have you can be a great team, but you're gonna have some losses. Because part of life is you're gonna make mistakes and you're gonna fail. No one is perfect. So apparently, Drew, this girl is perfect. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Let's keep it moving.
And my boyfriend knows that, because it's true, bitch. That's how you should feel too.
All right, so that, and the last thing I would say about her on that video is that the fact that she said that her man knows it as well, that she can bag any other guy, and there's a bitter man, and there's guys out there that's on a different level from her man, but she can bag him anytime, and her boyfriend knows this. So that's my last red flag. I can tell by the way she said that and the way that her man knows this, and I will say this objectively, I can tell that she's the masculine one in this relationship. And the man that she's dating right now, her boyfriend, is beta. He's very beta, he's a simp, and he's very feminine, right? So he's a beta man, right? Because no, like, number one, like you say, if the man is leading a relationship, a woman will never say that about her man openly. Think about it. She said that her man knows this, that she can bag any chick. She can bag any chick. So apparently she's had that kind of, I don't know, maybe he knows this without communicating, but I don't know if they had to talk this out, whether he knows this because she told him to his face, or she just, the way she moves, the way she runs a relationship, she just knows this because she's the one leading the relationship. But imagine, I want to give you guys a perspective. Imagine if, as a man myself, right, and I'm dating you as a woman. Imagine if I told you as a woman, hey, I'm gonna be with you, but just let you know, lady, but let you know that I can bag any girl out there in this world. All the pretty girls out there, all the more beautiful women out there, I can bag, I'm gonna be with you, but just let you know. Don't get it twisted. I can bag any girl, and you know it. And you better know it. And you know it, right? Imagine if I said that to a woman. Women, ladies, how would you feel? If I said that openly to a woman, if I made a video about that and about women, I'm gonna be canceled. I'm gonna be shamed as a man. I'm gonna be like, yo, this guy's toxic masculinity. This guy is controlling. This guy trying to put women down, suppressing women. That's pretty much what she did about her man, right? She openly kind of like what she did that a lot of the men don't realize. She just emasculated her man from that statement right there. And that's how I know that her man is very beta, she's very masculine, and she's the one leading a relationship. And that makes sense to the way her attitude, and the way she acts, and the way she says things, the advice of the things she said on this video. I'm not surprised that she's very masculine, because I can tell she's a masculine woman, right? And I can tell based on what she said about her man right there, that her man knows that she can bag any other girl, any other guy out there, all the other guy. He knows this. That's why I know she's very beta, because a very masculine man, very alpha man, could be confident man, will not take that. Because I don't know if she sees it that way. Maybe she doesn't see it that way, but that's disrespect. She literally just disrespected the man and diminished his worth, and he emasculated her man for the whole world to see in public. And yeah, that's why I would say about that part right there. And yeah, man. For that dude out there, like I said, I'm not against your dude. I don't want your dude to come after me, but I'm gonna just keep it real with you guys. Yeah, based on what I saw in this video, there's a high probability that she's masculine, and there's a high probability her man is beta. All right, the dude's a simp. But anyways, that's just my thoughts on it. Hey, my opinions, my thoughts on it. Yeah. Like I told you guys before, if I said that, I'm telling you, if I said that as a man, that if I went out there to a woman and said, hey, just let you know, you better know that I can get any other girl out there, all the pretty girls out there more beautiful than you, more better than you, I can get them. Just let you know, I'm gonna be with you, but to let you know I can bag any other girl. That's toxic. Why would you say that to your friend? Why would you diminish why would you patronize or say that? That's very condescending to say to your lifetime partner. You want to say, I mean, that's something we want to say that to somebody you care and love about. You're bragging. That's like you're bragging, or you're kind of like putting them down to make yourself look better, feel better. And that's why, like I told you guys before, that's why I believe these girls hurt. So this is I guess this is the girl everybody looks up to. So anyways, that's my objective opinion about that video. Let me know what you guys think. And like I told you guys before, yeah, the best thing you should take away from this video, ladies and gentlemen, is do not take advice from women, especially when it comes to talking about men, what men want, and how to attract commitment from men. And I just broke it down to you guys, all the reasons why you shouldn't listen to women. And also for all the fellas out there, I also gave you guys a red flag. So the type of things you need to look for women, the subliminal messages you see based on their behaviors and the way they talk. You got to see the way women talk, especially today's modern dating. There's a lot of things you can clearly tell about their traits and their behaviors of how they really are as women based on how they communicate and the way they talk. if you understand it, you can see it. You make your understanding of the type of women to avoid be a lot. You'll be able to avoid a certain type of women that's not beneficial for long term and attract the right type of women. So hopefully, Felez, you guys saw the red flags. And let me know your thoughts, what you thought about that. So let me go to the comments real quick. I'm gonna stop the share. So let me see. All righty. All right. Oh, wow. Let me go back to my comments real quick. All right. So true, Toko. So what do you do? 842. So true, Toko. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for the love. Women need to be honest with themselves and each other, keep each other accountable. SS, I don't know if you can teach women not to use emotions to think or make decisions. They take things like misogyny and throw it around without knowing what it means. Exactly, right? Whenever you hold women accountable, right? If a man speaks about a woman holding them accountable, it's misogynistic, right? It's suppression, it's discrimination, right? But if a woman holds men accountable, it's woman empowerment, right? She knows her worth, she knows her value. So that's the battle a lot of men are facing today. A lot of men are facing today is like they feel powerless. They can't exert their masculinity. They can't exert they're afraid to speak about what they want. Men are afraid to speak about their standards and hold their women that they want to date to their standards because they're just afraid. Because society's going to cancel them, because they might get a lawsuit, they might get they might catch a case, all these things. And of course, the men out there are not speaking up, men out there not giving this information. And that's why I believe that all of us we need to do this. That's why I believe that that's why I'm speaking the truth, because I know there's a lot of men don't understand it. Myra, we're on the projection how we see each other. You hear her saying that men are trash, it's a pure reflection of herself. Yes, because healthy people who are happy and positive will never talk shit about other people. Like if you're happy in your place, if you're happy with your life and you're happy with yourself, you don't call other people trash. You don't call other people, you don't put other people down to make yourself look better, right? If you the way when you say that other people are trash, then yeah, that's a pure reflection that you are basura. Basura. All right. Real quick. Oh, let me put my sound effects real quick. Share screen. All right. All right. Third wave feminism has made society believe that women should man up and men should be more feminine. In turn, we have women trying to teach men how to be a man, and they're listening. Exactly. Right. That's why, yeah, not only they're teaching women how to find a man, but these women also teaching men how to be men. You can't make this up. Side note, I don't think there's anything wrong with feminine men or women. We all have the right to be whatever they want. Yeah, exactly. If you want to be feminine, hey, do you, but the only thing I would say is don't complain, right? If you become a feminine man, don't complain on why your relationships with women are not working out, right? That's what I would say. So like I always tell people, like, hey, live your life, do you. I don't judge people for their choices. My only issues are when people complain about the results of their life and the choices that they made. So you have to, like I said, you gotta sleep in the bed that you made. All right. However, there are things that no matter how good or teach women cannot teach a man to be man. Oh, we got a super chat. Shout out, let's get it. Shout out to SS. I don't know who you are. Much love. Thank you for the $9.99 super chat. LOL, because I agree with the third wave feminism comment. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Like I said, all donations go to my studio to get my podcast started. Much love to you. Thank you, SS. Being a feminist means they can throw their wop where they want now. Oh, it's so funny, right? Women fought so hard to get equal rights as men, to able to get education, to make sure they can earn the same money, get the same jobs as men. But these so-called feminists are still sexualize themselves on social media and starting OnlyFans, right? So you have all these rights. You all say you fought so hard with the feminist movement to be like men, and you finally have the same opportunities as men. But instead of competing with the men, you choose to start an OnlyFans account and throw that wop and make money off your wop instead of making money off your efforts and your competence like men. you've seen a new way feminist is scam, right? You have women reading Facebook headline calling themselves feminists because they dress like boho, recycle, and still make 8 cents on the dollar. You've seen now we have equal choices now. All right, Kaikena Manua. Oh shoot! Good shout out to Finn Wiley. Let's go. Like content, bro. Needs to be more like this for men. Thank you so much, Finn Wiley. I really appreciate the support. Thank you so much, man. Much love to you. Yes, like I tell you, like we need more of this, especially in today's age where they're feminizing men. We're not teaching men how to be men, and that's why I'm doing what I do. I believe in my passion, my truth, and I know there's a lot of men out there that are trying to figure things out. So thank you so much. We need, like I said, it's a tough route, especially like I told you guys before. If you live, this is a first world problem, right? It's not a. If you live in third world countries, they don't have this problem. In first world problems, where they're breaking down on biological gender, there's no such thing as gender no more. You can be whatever you want. If you want to be a man, just think, say you're a man, you're a man. If you want to be a woman, you just think and say you're a woman, you're a woman. And because of the breakdown of gender and biology, this is why we are facing so much problems right now, especially when it comes to relationships. And that's why I believe that men need this type of content. So thank you so much, Finn Wiley. Yeah, we're gonna go back to the last video right now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna go back to the last video that we're gonna react to, and we'll end off the podcast with that, with tonight's show. All right. All right. Oh, stop share. Let me just share my screen one more time. All right, cool. All right, the last video I'm gonna play for you guys.
Okay.
So this is the last video, y'all, and we're gonna conclude the podcast with this. So this is a video I saw trending on social media. So, and this video is showing you guys that there's so many modern women out there so toxic, and for a lot of men out there, you need to avoid these types of women.
So, I realized yesterday just how damaged I was from all these fucked up, toxic, abusive relationships. I'm talking to a guy. We are not even dating, but I'm finding out every day that he's just perfect in every way possible. And I didn't hear from him all day because he was busy. He was busy. But I went straight to toxic mode and thought, I'm gonna fuck this up today. I'm gonna fuck this up the fastest way I know how, and that's overthinking. And I had to take a step back and understand that I deserve the good. I have worked hard to be the best person I can be, and ladies, we have got to stop overthinking. There are good guys out there, and they will treat us right. So stop, please.
All right. All right, so for this video, I'm gonna keep it short. So this girl, she's talking about how she's found a good man in her life, and she still wants to fuck it up because she's still willing to fuck it up, and she's gonna justify fucking it up, right? And this is why I always tell a lot of men out there, there's a lot because of a lot of women today are not growing up. A lot of women today are growing up in single mom households. A lot of women today don't have a positive male influence in their life. They don't grow up with the father. So there's multiple reasons why a lot of women today, in any other generation, a lot of women today are broken, are toxic, and have some kind of trauma. So as men, if you're really trying to attract a really good woman in a healthy relationship, you got to avoid women who are very toxic. And the moment you see women who are very toxic and they've gone through a lot of trauma, gone through a lot of issues, you got to avoid these types of women and just go with the women that are very healthy, right? I was watching this podcast before, and there's a guy who was giving advice to a lot of these men, and the guy was like, one of the advice he gave these men was like, you should always date women who will come from who are not poor. Don't date poor women. Date women who come from good families and come from a good socioeconomic background, middle class and up. Don't date women that from the hood, from the ghetto, and in poverty. Because what happens is when families are in poverty, there's a lot of struggle, there's a lot of conflict, there's a lot of arguments, that's why they say, like, in divorce, the highest rates of divorce come from low socioeconomic families, the families that to do really well. They don't want the families don't break apart. There's families that make a lot of money. I think it's like 255,000. I think when the family income for a household reaches 250,000, the divorce rates drop significantly, right? But for the lowest socioeconomic families, it's higher. So a lot of times, for women who are very broken emotional, a lot of times good men, uh, these women corrupt these men who are very innocent, men who are very good. They're good men, they're hardworking men, good morals, good values. But because they don't understand women, and because for a lot of men, they don't understand women and how to be masculine, how to be men, they let these women manipulate them, they let these women corrupt them, and they let these women destroy them, right? So, when you meet these types of women, like I told you guys before, I'm not saying like these toxic women are bad women personally, but I'm just saying is if we're talking about if you want to hide the best probability of attracting attracting a long-term relationship is going to work out the most, then the best advice possible is avoid women that come from a lot of trauma and are toxic, because there's a lot of women out there that don't have that issues, don't have all this negative feedback. Because like I told you guys before, when women go through a lot of trauma, they're always going to bring that into your relationship. So you're going to have to not only date her, but you're going to date her with all the problems that come from the previous men. And now you're going to have to end up spending a lot of your time and energy, a part of your life, fixing the mistakes of the men that chose to abandon her. Or she was, like I said, that abandoned her once stayed around, and now you have to deal with that. So that's why I would say for a lot out there, like I said, like toxic women, they're very manipulative. They'll self-sabotage themselves, the relationship, whether consciously or unconsciously, they don't know. But there's a lot of headaches when you deal with women that come from a lot of trauma, they come from hurt, and they haven't healed yet. And if you have a lot of patience for that, hey, there's some men that can do it. But if you ask my advice for out there, if you just want the best chances of having a healthy relationship, those are the type of women you need to avoid. So the moment you see trauma, toxic issues, if you haven't got to a point that you really love this girl and you're still in the beginning stages of the relationship, you're gonna dip. You're gonna dip because all that shit is gonna come later. And a lot of times women like to hide that. So be aware. Always, like I said, you always ask questions about the past. Always ask questions. Do your research, right? Do your research, ladies, fellas. So, and all the ladies out there that are going through it, I'm not, like I told you before, I'm not attacking you personally. I'm just saying, I'm just giving advice for the best chances for men to attract a good woman. But if you are going through something like that, please go get some help. Go get some help and deal with it, because I've seen marriages break apart, especially when families get involved, kids get involved, and they have to deal with not only with the trauma, the men have to deal with it, but also the kids get involved with it as well. And of course, if you guys don't work it out and the relationship breaks apart, you know what happens? You just cause trauma for the kids, and the cycle repeats itself. So that's why it's always important as men and women that we heal ourselves first before we go into a relationship, and then once we are healed, then go seek people. Go seek people who are healthy as well. And also, like I told you before, that girl, like I told you before, she tried to sabotage the relationship because she wasn't used to the norm. She wasn't used to a good guy, a healthy guy. So that's why for a lot of guys out there, if you meet a lot of toxic women, they're gonna make your life harder because they're not used to you. And then what happens for a lot of the good guys out there, they start questioning themselves and doubting themselves and think they're not good enough as men when you're perfectly good. You're like, there's nothing wrong with you as a man. You're healthy. You're good. Like any other woman would happily take you, but you just happen to fall to the wrong woman, especially the toxic woman. So a lot of these men, what happens is like they're healthy and then they get hurt by these women, and now these men become toxic and hurt. And then, like I said, hurt people hurt other people, and now he becomes toxic if he doesn't work on himself. So it's just creating, like I said, it's just like a virus. Like toxic people, if you don't heal, they just affect everybody that comes along in their journey. That's why you have to be very aware of this. They understand how to understand people, psychology, understand behavior, understand what women want, what men want. So you can understand the visual cues, the behavior cues, the traits, the red flags, the signs, so that you can avoid this. It's not 100% foolproof, but it does have a high chance of you avoiding these types of people if you're aware of it and you know what to look for. And you're working yourself to be confident yourself, and you come from a good place. But that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna go back to the comments one more time. Uh, Ben Wally, man of faith needs to be protected. You gotta have a space where men can be a man and make us keep it up. Who's he'll tell a little Nokia to run for his life. Then they'll tell that little Nokia. Therapy needs to become a norm. Access to everything needs to become a norm. To see I can does agree with you, especially in lower income neighborhoods. Yes. All right. So thank you so much for watching. All right. So Finwali, Kaikena, Manua, and Kinpo and Tui. Much love to you guys. Thank you so much. Joel Tokomat. Hey, my man Joe. What's up, bro? My man Joe, what's up, man? Thank you for dropping onto my live Zoom call. Much love to you. And hey, much love to you all the way from Oakland, man. That's my boy Joe, man. One of my boys, man. All the way from Oakland, man. Much love to you. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we've got to the end of the show. Thank you so much for all the love and support. And thank you so much for everybody out there that that gave me the donations. Real quick, I just want to make a video of this real quick because man, I cannot believe it. I just want to say thank you so much, everybody out there. Thank you so much. And yeah, thank you so much for everybody that supported, everybody that donated today to my super chat. I just want to say much love to you guys. And I really appreciate much love from me for the bottom of my heart to say that you guys took your time today to watch my show, watch me, and watch my content, and show them some donations so I can get my podcast one day. Much love to you guys. I really appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts and concerns and comments. Please let me know. I always love to give feedback to you guys. Let me know. And if you're watching right now, and you've come to the end of this channel, and if you've made it all the way to the end, please show some love and like, subscribe. If you watched the whole thing and you enjoyed it, and you liked it, and you agreed with a lot of things I said, and you can see that we had shared the same perspective, like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. My goal is to reach 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year, for the end of 2021. So that's my goal, and I know I can't do without you guys. So if you guys watch me, love my content, love my support, please share the love and subscribe. Oh, my boy Joe, I gotta get my boy Joe, man. My boy Joe, I gotta give him a shout. Give me 1 second, y'all. My boy Joe with the super chat. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Oh man, I gotta get that super chat. You gotta give him that super chat. My boy Joe with the super chat. Wait. With the super chat donation. $9.99. Thank you so much, Joe. Thank you for the donation, man. Much love to you. Man. That's my boy right there. I started the podcast with him. He was an original guy who always supported me from the beginning. When I first started doing this a year ago, I had no idea what I was doing. And then we did a podcast together. We talked about Naruto and our anime fantasies. I'm a big anime nerd. So much love to you, Joe. Check it out. You gotta go back all the way to the beginning of in the beginning of my page to see that podcast episode I did with them. Much love to you, Joe, man. Appreciate you, man. Ofatu, man. But yes, everybody out there, if you've made it to the end of the video, like and subscribe to my channel. Like and subscribe to my channel. And like I said, thank you so much for love. Let me know your feedback, and reach out to me on my Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. If you have questions, you have things you want to ask me directly, feel free to ask me directly. But like I said, this is my show I do every single Wednesday. Also, I do want to ask you guys anything you want me to talk about for my next show. So every single week, I try to figure out what I need to do for my next show. So if you have any thoughts on any topics or things that you want me to address on the next show, I like to work with you guys. We're all a team. We're on the same team, y'all. So the things that you want me to speak on, things that you guys think that's going to add value to the space I'm creating for my platform, let me know. I would love to work with you guys and talk about things that you guys are watching, because you guys are the ones that tune in and watch. So I do want to make sure that I listen to you guys and reciprocate the attention and the love you show me. I'm making sure I listen to you guys and give you guys the content that you guys want. So let me know your thoughts. Just hit me up on DM. I'll definitely respond back to you guys. But thank you for the love and support for tonight. Thank you for all the donations. Much love to you guys. And we've come to the end of the show. The session is over. See you guys next Wednesday, 7 o'clock Pacific California time. All thought through. See you guys, yo. Peace. We are done.